Did you know that one of the Google founders, Sergey Brin, was actually considering a career in circus arts before he dived into the world of technology? Yes, you heard that right, circus arts. This might seem a bit surprising, but Sergey's early life was filled with a variety of interests, passions, and pursuits. Born in Moscow, Russia, to a family of scientists, his path seemed predestined. But Sergey, being the free spirit he was, had a fascination with the unusual, the unorthodox, the circus arts. His family moved to the United States when he was just 6 years old. Growing up, Sergey was surrounded by the intellectual fervor of his parents, yet his curiosity for the colorful world of the circus remained. He even learned to juggle and unicycle as if preparing for a life under the big top. But, as fate would have it, his path took a significant turn. Fast forward a few years, Sergey found himself at Stanford University pursuing a PhD in computer science. It was here that he crossed paths with Larry Page, a fellow student. Their first encounter was not the friendliest. They found themselves constantly debating, their strong personalities clashing, but it was this intense intellectual interaction that ultimately brought them together. They found a common ground in solving big problems and a shared vision for organizing the world's information. Their disagreements turned into discussions into brainstorming sessions, and those sessions into a partnership. A partnership that was as unusual as Sergey's interest in the circus arts. Two different individuals with different interests coming together to work on a project that was far from the ordinary. It was this unlikely partnership that sparked the creation of a company that would change the internet forever. Yes, the company we now know as Google. But how did Sergey Brin's journey from the circus to the world of technology result in one of the most influential companies in the world? Well, that's a story for the next scene. Stay tuned. From a garage in Menlo Park, California, a unique and powerful search engine called Backrub was born. This was the humble beginning of what we now know as Google, the world's largest search engine. Backrub was no ordinary search engine, though. It was the brainchild of two Stanford University students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They were on a mission to organize the vast expanse of the internet into a searchable database. And in 1996, they set out to do just that. But what set Backrub apart from other search engines of the time was its innovative approach to determining the importance of a website. The duo conceived a system that analyzed the backlinks pointing to a site. Simply put, if a website had many other sites linking to it, Backrub deemed it important and relevant. They called this the PageRank algorithm, a clever play on Larry Page's name. It was a revolutionary concept that transformed the way we search the internet. The development of Backrub was no small feat. It required a colossal amount of data storage, which was a significant challenge given the duo's limited resources. But they didn't let this deter them. They built a server network using discounted hardware and even borrowed some from Stanford's computer science department. Their tenacity paid off. Backrub began to outperform other search engines, delivering more relevant results and gaining popularity on Stanford's campus. While it was initially used as a research project, its potential for commercial use was undeniable. Yet, as successful as Backrub was, Larry and Sergey knew they had a long way to go. They saw the potential for something even greater, a search engine that could not only organize the internet, but make it universally accessible and useful. But how did Backrub evolve into the Google we know today? Well, that's an interesting story. Imagine naming your company after a mathematical term, Google. That's exactly what Larry Page and Sergey Brin did. Now, let's take a step back and consider why these two innovative minds would name their groundbreaking venture after a mathematical concept. The term Google was coined by 9-year-old Milton Serrata, the nephew of the American mathematician Edward Kasner, and it refers to the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. It's an unimaginably large number, so vast that it exceeds the count of atoms in the observable universe. Larry and Sergey chose this name to signify their mission, to organize the immense amount of information available on the web. But the journey from Backrub, the initial name of their project, to Google wasn't a straight path. Backrub was a nod to the underlying technology that analyzed the backlinks to understand the importance of a web page. But, as the project evolved, so did its name. Larry and Sergey wanted a moniker that encapsulated their vision of a virtually infinite web of information. And then came the moment of serendipity when Google came into the picture. In a brainstorming session, they were tossing around mathematical terms, and Google stuck. It was perfect. It was quirky, it was unique, and most importantly, it represented the scale of their ambitions. However, the name Google transformed into Google due to a fortuitous spelling mistake on a check written by an investor. They decided to stick with it, as it seemed less academic and more accessible, and the domain google.com was available. This happy accident led to the birth of the brand we now know as Google. So, what's in a name? For Google, it's a representation of their mission to make the world's information universally accessible and useful. It's a testament to their ambition to tackle complex problems, no matter how large. And with a new name, came new opportunities. This was just the beginning of the incredible journey that Google was about to embark upon. From a simple search engine to a multi-billion-dollar corporation, the growth of Google was nothing short of spectacular. The tale of Google's rise is a story of vision, innovation, and a little bit of luck. In the late 90s, Google was just another tech startup operating out of a garage in California. It was then that Sun Microsystems co-founder, Andy Bechtolsheim, wrote a check for $100,000 to an entity that didn't even exist yet, Google Inc. This initial investment was the spark that ignited Google's meteoric rise. Fast forward to the year 2000, Google introduced the world to AdWords, a groundbreaking advertising program that would become the company's primary source of revenue. AdWords, now known as Google Ads, allowed businesses to advertise to users searching for specific keywords, revolutionizing the world of online advertising. But the real game changer came in August 2004, when Google went public. The initial public offering, or IPO, was unconventional, much like Google itself. They used a Dutch auction format, allowing all potential investors to participate. The IPO raised nearly $2 billion, cementing Google's status as a major player in the tech industry. Over the years, Google has expanded its reach far beyond search. From developing the Android operating system, which powers billions of mobile devices worldwide, to pioneering self-driving car technology with Waymo, Google's influence is felt in every corner of the digital world. Today, Google's parent company, Alphabet Inc., is one of the wealthiest corporations on the planet, with a market capitalization that often exceeds $1 trillion. It's hard to imagine a world without Google, and yet it all started with a simple idea in a garage. Today, Google is more than just a search engine, it's a global phenomenon that has reshaped the way we live. Google's story is a testament to the power of innovation, vision, and a little bit of luck. This journey from a humble garage in California to becoming a global powerhouse is a roadmap that can guide many aspiring entrepreneurs and business enthusiasts. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key points of this remarkable journey. It started with an unusual beginning. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, two Stanford University students, came together to create a search engine unlike any other. They named it Backrub initially, a quirky name reflecting their unique approach to analyzing backlinks on the World Wide Web. However, the real magic happened when they decided to play on the mathematical term Google. Rebranding their search engine to Google, they signified their mission to organize an almost infinite amount of information on the web. This play on words not only gave the company a memorable name, but also set the tone for its ambitious vision. As we move through the narrative, we witnessed the rise of Google. From its initial public offering in 2004 to its evolution into a multifaceted tech conglomerate, Google's growth has been nothing short of phenomenal. Its success underscores the importance of continuous innovation, resilience, and adaptability in business. So what can we learn from Google's story? It teaches us to think big, to not fear the unconventional, and to embrace change. It shows us that with the right mix of innovation, vision, and a little bit of luck, anyone can leave a significant mark on the world. This is the essence of our series, Business is for Everyone. We explore the stories of businesses, big and small, to draw lessons and inspiration. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history of Google, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring business stories. Remember, business is for everyone.